Today, reality television is one of the nation's most popular genres of TV. People are drawn to the overly dramatic and unrealistic nature for entertainment purposes. Nearly every network is home to at least one reality television show.
Welcome to the Bad Girls Game.
What are the effects of reality television on today's youth? How has reality television affected the value of education? Can one be inspired by the images depicted within reality TV? Is it beneficial for an individual to allow themselves to be influenced by what they see? This short documentary will explore the various effects of reality television on society and education, and what it can do to have a more positive impact. 1/3 of Americans spend their free time watching TV, and 67% of those people consume reality television.
It depends on the lens that you're looking through if reality television has a negative impact on society. If you're a producer of reality television or television, period, you are working from the frame of reference that I'm creating entertainment, unless I'm doing documentary work, which can still be entertaining. But my reality show is entertainment. It's not designed to educate, it's not designed to end every episode with some moral lesson. It is designed as cheap, fun entertainment that gets networks ratings. Now, if you're a parent or if you're a practitioner in the education environment, if you are a social psychologist or something like that, you may think that reality television has an extremely negative perception that is being absorbed by those who are viewers, because we see fighting, we see bad relationships, we see race come into play and how women and men of color are portrayed. And we just see overall a lot of negativity. We see verbal abuse, physical abuse at the hands or at the expense of someone else. And in real life, those are things that we don't take, that we don't view as light issues. We take them very seriously.
I personally feel like it has more of a negative effect because of what they portray is not always positive. They're always portraying some type of drama, and that's why people like it. There's always somebody beefing with somebody not liking somebody. Eventually, maybe they fight. So I don't believe that has a positive impact. And then I feel like all the stuff that happens ends up turning into some kind of meme or something like that ends up being laughed at.
I think there's more negative effects on youth because there's not necessarily any positive messages that they're getting. They're not being inspired to do much hard work. They're just really seeing famous people be famous. But even the shows that would inspire things, like even if you go back to MTV Cribs, yeah, a kid want to see, everybody wants a big house, but not everybody is going to go, okay, this is what I have to do here. If I do what I'm doing, I can do this. They're going to think, oh, I got to take the easy way out, stuff like that.
Verbal abuse, emotional abuse, disrespecting people, devaluing people, spreading rumors, putting people's personal business out in the world can really fracture relationships, and it can really hurt people. So in the real world, when you're looking at it like that, it's very hurtful and it's painful. To watch the train wreck unfold on TV, sometimes it's hurtful and painful. To be transparent, I watch reality television. I have friends who produce the shows. I have friends who write about the shows. And so for me, I can, in my mind, sit down and enjoy a reality show, laugh at it, shake my head, say, thank God, that's not my world. But I can also, as a parent, be very, uncomfortable with the image and the message that folks on these shows are portraying. And at times it does make me uncomfortable. The whole dynamic of black women attacking one another, just having really bad relationships, not showing the world that they were good friends. Because in my friend circle, we don't treat each other that way. We don't talk about each other behind our backs. We don't disrespect each other. We don't make light of each other's horrible situations, whether it's financial, marital, whatever the case may be. We embrace and love one another. as a parent, you have to be very cautious of what your kid is consuming. And nowadays, you can lock all your channels and not have cable, but they can go to a library and they can go onto a website and watch. They can watch on their friends' phones or on their friends' technology or their devices. They can watch at school. They can watch anywhere. And it's a part of their social fabric. A lot of young kids are growing up in an age where that's what they know is reality TV. They don't watch the news. They don't watch sports. They watch reality TV. And they follow their favorite reality show stars on social media, or they follow their favorite social media characters, because that's what I like to call them, because I think that we're all in character when we're in that space, whether it's reality TV or the social media aspect. And so some of the things that I take away from reality TV that you have to fact check or that you have to correct if you have children are things like, are they really living in that big house? How are they making a living from day to day? How are their lives really impacted when the cameras aren't on? Are they scrimping and saving for a dime, or is the fabulous life that you see on TV just a TV life? I remember one day being in the kitchen and I hear all this screaming and hollering on the television, and my sons were watching the Bad Girls Club because they just think it's funny, they think it's hilarious. And that moment was a teaching moment for me to ask them, where was the hilarity in it all? Of people pulling folks' weaves out, hitting people in the head with bottles, jumping each other, accosting each other in the house. What was funny about that to you? Do you think that's how it is in real life? And so, of course, they're like, no, it's not. Well, girls do fight, but not like that. Or it's just funny to see them go at it. And would you want a girl acting like that over you? Is that the type of girl you would bring home? Because technically, I have the right to keep the door closed, because that's not the type of girl that I want coming home. And so while you may think it's funny, that's painful.
I think reality television could be used as a positive platform if not all they did, because of course, people don't want to watch boring things, but if here and there they just put something that was good going on, something that mattered, or even something that was not good, speak on something that there's an issue going on in the world, they can exploit that and try to get some type of awareness. Or as long as they just, focus on things that weren't just, oh, she went and had this for lunch today and then spent $300 at the mall, is not necessarily, important to other people and won't help anyone get anywhere.
I feel as though for them to be more like of a positive platform, they would have to show more success than drama. So more of success as far as doing better, and more of them like boosting each other up than more of them talking about each other badly and putting each other down. More of them like actually like encouraging one another, so that the youth that are watching these shows don't look at them as like, don't have the image of just hate and drama and stuff like that. But also, I do feel like it's reality TV, and at some point, some of it is like their reality. So it's all up to them. It's not up to, like, it's up to them whether they change it or not.
We a lost generation of our people. Add us to equations, but they'll never make us equal. She who writes the movie on the script and the sequel. So why ain't the stealing of my rights made illegal? They keep us underground, working hard for the greedy. But when it's time to pay